Greetings and good day or good night, depending on when or where you are listening to this. I had not originally planned to do another reading this week, but I received a comment on the previous video that I published, and the comment was about how the message resonated for the commenter, but how there was a point in the audio where the editing kind of threw it into a wacky loop, and it created a difficulty for that person to receive the message and actually had to repeat and listen to the message again. At first, I received this comment more casually, but upon thinking and experiencing my feelings and remembering some things from back when I first began this channel, I realized that this was a very timely comment, and it spoke to not only the message in the previous reading where the comment was left, a message about using one's voice and feeling in the past like one could not use their voice, and then breaking out of that speaks directly to what I do here, which is using my voice to deliver a message. For me, editing the audio was a sort of protective factor. Like, it enabled me to protect my anonymity. I wasn't actually realizing how much that desire to edit and to alter the audio coming out was a sort of hindrance to total and complete connection, which I'm looking for through these readings. Now, in the personal readings, I never really intended to edit the audio because on a one-on-one basis, it felt less triggering for my shyness, if you will, to deliver a message one-on-one. But I'm realizing that a great deal of the pleasure I get from delivering the message comes from that immense connection that is developed. And it is true that worrying over that anonymity is a hindrance to connection, not just in these readings and in delivering these messages, but in all areas of life. It felt to me like a message of bringing down my walls, and it felt like the wisdom was to not try to reason with it, to not try to process it, or to not try to argue why I should be in a highly protective stance, or why my anonymity would be threatened. It felt like the wisdom was simply to take a leap of faith, like the fool, and to make that call. I maintain a very close relationship with my guides. This means step by step, literally the very next steps I take, I try to listen for guidance on how to take this. And so I was aware that eventually I would be guided to lift that veil, even on the general collective readings on YouTube, and to, rather than experiencing worries and fears about threats to my anonymity, I should lean into the love and the connection, which is the intention. Of course, that's totally personal for me, but someone out there may resonate in some aspect of their life. I also want it to be clear that one thing that I gained from using the editing of the audio was that I would always remember to talk very slowly and clearly. And while I will continue to remind myself to do that, I would like to let you know that by nature, when I'm channeling any sort of message, I tend to talk very quickly. And, I'm going to try to keep a hold on that, but I want to let you know that sometimes I might slip into a bit of a faster speech. And if you find it hard to understand me again, you can let me know. This to me was like a journey in being able to work from a state of pleasure and from a state of love. I feel more pleasure when I can directly give the message and then share it, rather than giving the message and then editing it and putting a sort of filter, a sort of wall, of kind of veil in between, an extra veil in between who I am in my heart and the message, because, you know, not all veils are necessary. So I decided to say that, share that, and to thank that commenter. And I decided that today is a lovely day for another reading. Typically, I would hold off or hold back for some reason, even though I would feel this excitement to deliver a collective message. Either I would be called to focus on some sort of inner work, and I would, gratefully bumble along to go do that, or I would just feel as though, like, no, it's not time, thus holding myself back. I feel less inclined to do so and more inclined to essentially take the easy way out, the path of least resistance, and see where this takes us. The message today is the 3 of Cups with the 10 of Cups. If you haven't been here since I've started posting readings, one thing I don't think I've ever done, and really hardly ever do, is to do readings on karmic situations or karmic energies as they are manifested outside of ourselves. This is because I find it much more directly empowering to do readings on the karmic energies that we're experiencing within ourselves and how those are getting expunged. However, today's message is coming up strongly with certain low vibrational emotions, which I will channel for you. I'm having kind of a fit of giggles too, because my sister is a tarot reader, and she's the one who introduced me to the tarot and helped me greatly on my journey in the beginning of trusting my message. But she has always loved karmic readings on karmic situations, and she just finds them to be so therapeutic and so healing. And so just to each their own. I guess I'm about to get a little bit of that therapy today. So again, the message is the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Whenever I read messages, I start by reading what card flipped over and what was made visible on the split of the deck, and then I read the bottom of the deck. On the split comes the 7 of Swords with the Page of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. This message is coming out not for the first time. It's talking about a certain subtle sense that someone has been getting, someone has been experiencing, where there's something that they feel you're not. There's something that you feel you're not seeing. There's something you feel you have not been shown, you have not been told. And with the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups coming out, it looks like you're about to be, or are, but really about to be spending a lot of time with friends and family, with friends, siblings, parents, extended family members. And there's some energy floating around that you don't trust. It's something that makes you feel dark and negative. It takes you back to those negative emotions and feeling drained and suppressed, feeling like your creative energy is spoiled and no longer there. Whatever this situation is, it looks like it has been operating in secret. I wouldn't necessarily say in the darkness, because the darkness implies that no one was aware and that it was largely emotional, largely spiritual, largely shadowy. This doesn't give the sense of something that was done without anyone's knowledge. It seems that you might feel like you might be the only one who didn't know something, or you might be the last to find out about something that has been going on, it seems like that has been leeching on your energy, that has been working on your energy in a negative way, a way you don't like, a way that has made you feel disconnected from love and connection and from your true core pure self within, like your inner child, and not just any aspect of your inner child, but the wholesomeness of yourself. This is not the first time you're getting a sense of this energy. You have sensed it before, and it triggered you in the past to actually walk away from what you couldn't understand and what you couldn't see, because it was the Seven of Swords. There was deception going on. So maybe you could understand it, but it was not being admitted to you in truth. And so it caused you to walk away from giving energy to certain situations. It caused you to leave certain things. Those are the things that you left in the dark. And so if they're in the dark, it's in the dark to you and not in the dark, because it seems that this person is operating in sort of half view or full view of at least a few others. With the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant and the Ten of Wands coming out underneath the deck, you're receiving a burst of clarity that is bringing passion. I'm saying clarity because I know that I said Ace of Wands, and as I was listening back, I realized that I said Ace of Wands, but what came out was the Ace of Swords. So it was the Ace of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Wands. And we know that the Ace of Swords is the antithesis of the Seven of Swords. There is a great clearing of deception that is going on in your mind, in your frequency, in your zone. And this has a lot to do with you deciding to also unmask yourself for all the good that you are and for all the good that you offer. It looks like you're sharing yourself with people you are considering friends and people you are considering family, in the hopes that this will not only bring clarity and positive energy to those situations, but mostly in the hopes that this will free you and, allow you to feel to experience your joy more easily and to feel more joyful, I suppose. So the Ace of Swords, back to that, the Hierophant and the Ten of Wands is telling me that there's some clarity being achieved about some certain paradigms and contracts, or contracts and the paradigms associated with them. That is, the belief systems that allow us to continue to connect with certain people in certain ways. And with the Ten of Wands, we're realizing that this has been a great deal of a burden on our Page of Wands energy, on that part of our inner child that is passionate, that is instinctual, that is creative, that is funny, and usually highly independent. You are realizing that that part of yourself has been secretly being siphoned, burdened, under attack. Mostly I'm picking up lied to. It seems also like the people who have been doing this have been operating from that part of themselves, that Page of Wands part of themselves, but that their Page of Wands energy is so deceptive and feels the need to sort of plot and scheme. This person with the Five of Pentacles operates, when they're doing that, when they're scheming or plotting or snatching your energy away, they're operating from a place of believing that they have nothing, believing that they are nothing. Really, this is a really serious lack mentality. A place of fear and feeling abandoned, not just fear of abandonment and also fear of abandonment. This person feels very neglected and feels like the only way that they can receive energy is by taking it off of someone whose Page of Wands energy they view as being more fully embodied and energized. I am not seeing the moon. I am not getting the sense that this person has been unaware of their behavior. I'm getting the sense that this person has been quite aware. I'm getting the sense that you've had an idea and a feeling and a wondering, and it's been bothering you, and that you've walked away in the past, and that maybe recently you've tried to spend time with those people again, after getting your energy into a place where you're much more consciously aware of your intuition. And so you bring yourself around these people, and then you become 100% sure and clear that those things that you've been worrying about, those feelings, that they've been real and true. And with the King of Swords, you become a stone wall against it. You sort of close out that cycle of, you close out that negative energy exchange, and you close out that pattern of yours with the world. I'm getting a strong sense of temperance and strength, and I'm feeling as though for most of the people resonating with this message, you haven't received that firm physical confirmation of this till now, because you guys have not wanted you to be engaged with this energy, or to think about it, or to try to understand it, because you've had much more important energies within yourself to try to understand. Not that this person's energy is unimportant, but when someone is operating in a karmic way and they're doing so with a great deal of awareness, it's their choice, and they have to make the choice to do serious inner work. And the only way for you to protect yourself is not by attempting to change them or attempting to change yourself. The best way is to continue to work on yourself and to allow yourself to drift away from this energy until and unless they become a much better vibrational match to your highest timeline. The only card to come out at the end of this reading is the 9 of Cups. And so we had a 3-cup reading, 3 cups, 10 cups, 9 cups. And this is about satisfaction. You're going to feel really comfortable after, there comes the moon under the you're going to feel really satisfied. And with the Ace of Swords coming out on the split, you're going to get a sense of clarity, and you're going to feel comfortable with the clarity. And it's coming through in perfect divine timing, because you're in a place where even with this confirmation from this person, you won't be affected. You wouldn't even be interested. You're simply now going to become aware with the moon underneath, actually with the moon on top of the deck. You're gaining wisdom and the ability to navigate with your eyes closed. Navigate with just the sensation beneath your feet and the feeling of the air around you. Your subconscious. You're learning to navigate your intuition. You're learning to navigate your emotional nudges and awarenesses. And this is just a new level of that. This is a graduation step. This is all of that intuitive exercising that you've been doing, where you've been sorting out what's yours and what's others. You've been growing in your state of discernment. This is it being practically applied. And you're getting to see exactly how it feels when you're picking up nudges about others, and exactly what to do when that happens, which is to go within and to do inner work, and exactly how much of it is yours and exactly how much of it is theirs. And for some of you, I'm getting that this has been this particular part of the journey, most likely also with this particular relationship, it has been sort of a back and forth. I'm getting even the 2 of Pentacles sense, where you're kind of in one reality than the other. Or maybe this person is doing something strange behind my back. Maybe they're not. Maybe I'm working from my intuition. Maybe I'm working from insecurity. And you see with this back and forthing and backing and forthing, it's difficult to sit in a state of clarity. So you were asked by Spirit to step back into what you did know. And what you did know was that this person's energy either guided you to be away from them or made you want to be away from them, and which is just guidance as well. And you followed that, you listened to it, and you did massive inner work for your inner child in the meantime. With the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the 10 of Swords, Judgment, and the Sun under the deck, it's clear now that people will have no choice but to come to you from a place of total clarity and love. You're not stressing out anymore about emotional nudges or intuitive nudges. You're not going to worry yourself. Instead, you're going to delve in. You're going to listen to your feelings, and you're going to elevate the standard, and you're not going to let anyone come in from a place of cloudiness or come in an energy that sends you into feeling burdened and drained and confused. You're absolutely cutting that. And you're doing so also by listening powerfully to your heart. And as you listen to your heart and as you let your heart spill out over the rest of your life and spill into your other relationships, and you let that truth be seen, you're going to notice that there's no space for anything but love, and love is going to overtake everything. And love is God. Love is truth. Truth is protection. Truth is awareness. So awareness is protection. You're going to be feeling a lot freer in all of your relationships, especially this one, and every relationship that has been affected by the misdoings of whoever this energy is. If you've been experiencing a lot of conflict either between you and others, or internal turmoil, frustration within about this situation, that is all about to be cleared. And you're about to feel very calm and very comfortable and very unshakably happy and able to move on to the upcoming parts of your journey, the very near future possibilities. You might be realizing that you're in a relationship, a love relationship, and you keep it largely a secret. You keep it a secret from either friends or family or both. And you're realizing that this is causing unnecessary paranoia, toxicity, darkness, negativity in this love relationship that is not actually there, is not actually a part of that relationship. You're realizing this has a lot to do with the secrecy around the love and the obsessive need to protect and hide the love, which might feel justified in the moment, but which ultimately spirit is guiding you to know that your abundance is in freeing yourself from that limited way of experiencing that relationship. And upon freeing yourself from that, you will notice the energy in that relationship loosens and becomes more enjoyable for you and brings you more and more of what you've been wanting. So this is a longer message than I would usually have posted today. But as you heard in the beginning there, I had some things to share which actually shaped out to be in kind of a resonance, a kind of alignment with this reading. So let's pull one crystal oracle card just to celebrate this brand new era of letting my voice, your voice, our voices be heard. So the card that came out is Mookaite Jasper. The number 3 might be important to someone out there. When I read the crystal oracle cards, I largely read them in the same way that I read the tarot. I just also refer to the oracle book to complete the message. I'll first read the card that came out. Again, the card that came out is Mookaite Jasper, number 3. Mookaite Jasper balances inner and outer experiences. It encourages versatility and openness to new experiences, helping you to choose the right path. Check your diet. Put your skills to use vigorously. Adventurous times lie ahead. Worry not. You are protected against deceit and enemies. Recognize your strengths. Stay positive and pragmatic. Reject unrealistic ideas. Avoid pride and despair. You have stamina. Wait patiently. If 2 courses of action are open, go for the straightforward one. A professional challenge, such as a job interview or presentation, is successful. You are what you eat. Good nutrition with wholesome organic foods sustains your well-being. Again, since when Mookaite Jasper fell out, it created a split in the deck. I always read the card that comes out in the split if it's relevant to the reading. And the card that came out in the split was rhodochrosite, number 45, one of my favorite crystals. Rhodochrosite teaches the heart to assimilate painful feelings without shutting down. Dissolving denial and identifying ongoing detrimental patterns, it offers compassionate love and forgiveness. You face the truth with loving awareness. Time for a change of viewpoint! Exclamation point. Begin to seek the gifts in your experiences rather than seeing the negative effects. Check out whether what you were taught in childhood is still relevant to the person you are today. Releasing resentment from your heart creates well-being. So I'm going to stop there. This has obviously been a really special, very important, very happy and wholesome reading for me. Please only take the messages as they resonate. You might resonate as the one who has been concealing, and you might resonate as the one who has been sensing that something has been concealed from you. And or, either or both. So take that as it resonates, and obviously don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. And you won't really feel much of a need or ability to judge others or be hard on them, because as you've seen in the reading, God is always guiding us to do deep inner work and to just know and be aware of others and things. So thank you for connecting with me on this channel. As you can already see, the channel is transforming and changing and growing with the journey, which is what we're here for, which is an ideal state of working. We want our work to elevate and ascend and transform with us, don't we? So information about personal readings is in the description box. Usually with personal readings, I'll pull many cards from many angles, and I'll pull a few different crystal oracle cards, and we can talk a lot more about how the crystal oracle cards really align with the reading. But as you listen to the messages from the divination there, you can immediately hear how the crystal oracle cards are delivering the same advice and the same guidance that came out in the tarot. So listen closely and with an open heart. And if you're someone who's more like my sister, make sure that this reading is very therapeutic and transformative for you. Thank you again to the person who left that comment for triggering me to free myself into this. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you for receiving the message. And I hope it brings powerful, positive transformation in your life as you open your heart to it and view it from many different angles. We'll speak again in the next one. As always, take care.